In previous session, what we discussed? In, between, and like operators, find opposite of them also we have said. Now, you tell me now, why we are using in operator? Why we are using in operator? Okay, most of the students are idiots only. You should not be among them. They learn in operator, they practice it. But what is the purpose of in means they are unable to tell. Most of the students are idiots only. They will be like this only. You should not be among such kind of idiot. So you are unable to tell what is the purpose of in means. Yesterday's session is waste, sir. It's better to spend your time at home. Okay, simply one sentence to compare column value with list of values in operator. Unable to tell this one sentence means you have to focus more and more on you. Okay, just one sentence only. Unable to tell. Please focus on yourself. To compare column value with list of values in operator. Yesterday very clearly we have seen number of examples we have seen. Okay, unable to tell one sentence. Then how can you say, Oracle SQL? What is the purpose of between and? To compare column value with range of values. To compare column value with range of values. To compare column value with range of values. We are using between and operator. Why we are using like operator? Okay. Sir, every day your duty is after going to the home, refer the notes and practice them. Okay. Unable to tell one sentence, sir. Why we are using like operator? To compare column value with text pattern. To compare column value with text pattern, we are using like operator. Okay. So first interviewer will not ask, write the example query on in operator like that. What is in operator? He will ask. Even if you know how to write in operator, what is in unable to tell means you are waste candidate. Tell me, sir, why we are using in operator? To compare column value with list of values in operator. Why we are using between and operator? To compare column value with range of values. To compare column value with range of values between and. Why we are using like operator? To compare column value with text pattern. To specify text pattern, we use two wildcard characters. To specify text pattern, we use two wildcard characters. What are those? What is the meaning of underscore? Replaces one character. What is the meaning of percentage? Replaces zero or any number of characters. That's it, sir. Till here, very clearly we discussed in the previous session. Okay, most of the students are idiots only. You should not be among them. One line sentences. Okay, you should be able to tell when you learn any topic, just learn what, why. Enough. When you are learning any topic, learn these 2 points. What, why. No need to learn theory about pages of theory. No need to learn pages of theory because you want to become developer. You're not going to write academic exams. Just what, why. Enough. Some examples. Now, I want to cover some more examples on like. After that, we discuss about what is this null actually. This is very important. Then we discuss two operators. Is null, is not null. Okay, initially I start with some more examples on like. After that, we discuss about what is this null, how to use is null, is not null operators. Then we discuss about concatenation operator, symbol is 2 parts. With this operators topic will be finished, selected topic will be finished. After that, we discuss about next SQL command, that is update command. This is today's session. Initially, I start with some more examples on like. Then we discuss what is this null. Then we discuss is null and is not null. Then concatenation operator. With this selected topic will be finished, operators topic will be finished. Then we discuss about update command. Okay, we discuss these things in today's session. Okay, now see here. So the question is like this. Display the employee records whose names are having a letter. If name is having a letter, okay, display such kind of employee record. Okay, for example, employee name Smith. Is it having a letter? We don't want. For example, employee name James. Is it having a letter? Yes, we want. Employee name Alan. Employee name Alan. Is it having a letter? Yes. Employee name Blake. Is it having a letter? Yes. If name is having a, then we want to get. Then maybe at second position or first position or third position or at last position. If name is having a letter, display. So if employee name is having a letter, then display them. This is our requirement. Okay, observe here. Here a letter is there. In front of a, one letter is there. One letter. Here, in front of a, 0 letters are there. In this example, in front of a, 2 letters are there. So to replace 0 or any number of characters, we use the wildcard character percentage. That must have a letter. In the James after a, 3 letters are there. In Allen after a, 4 letters are there. In the Blake after a, 2 letters are there. To replace any number of characters, we use percentage. Okay, 1420. Okay, see here. If the name is having a letter, then we want to go those employee records. So the name must have a letter. In front of a, any number of characters it can have. After a, any number of characters it can have. That's it, simple. Percentage A, percentage. Just apply the common sense. Name must have a letter. In front of a, any number of characters it can have. Percentage. After a, any number of characters it can have. Percentage. So here, in front of a, 1 letter is there. Here in front of a, 0 letters are there. Here in front of a, 2 letters are there. To replace any number of characters, percentage. So percentage replaces 0 characters also. Allen it is giving means percentage replaces 0 also. But that must have a letter. Okay, in the James after a, 3 letters are there. In Allen after a, 4 letters. In the Blake after a, 2 letters. To replace any number of characters, percentage. Percentage A, percentage. That's it. Tell me, sir, I want to get all columns whose names are having a, I want. What do we need to write? I want to get all columns whose names are having a letter I want. I want to get all columns whose names are having a letter I want. What we write, sir? In name like percentage A, percentage. That's it. Okay, is it working on a test here? I'm copying this. Open SQL plus. Login now. Okay, see hash batch 2 PM or batch username. Password is Naresh IT. I want to set page size 200, line size 200. What we need to write? I want to clear the screen. CL spaces here. That's it. Now, observe here. Whose names are having A letter I want? So I'm writing a condition as E name like percentage A percentage. Observe here. So whose names are having A letter? It is like, say here, Alan is having A letter. So here percentage is replacing, first percentage is replacing 0 characters, second percentage is replacing 4 characters. In the word, first percentage is replacing 1 character, second percentage is replacing 2 characters. So percentage replaces 0 characters also means this is the meaning of that word. Alan is giving means percentage is replacing 0 characters. Okay, so this is a way of using like operator. Next, display the employee records who are getting 3-digit salary. The employees who are getting 3-digit salary I want. See the salary column values. See salary column values. So if employee is getting 3-digit salary, then I want to get them. If employee is getting 3-digit salary, I want to get them. So which column values you have to compare now? Salary. Like. First digit can be anyone. First digit can be anyone. Underscore. Second digit can be anyone. Underscore. Third digit can be anyone. Underscore. That's it. How many underscores you need to write here? 3 underscores. Tell me the final query, sir. I want to get 2 columns only. E name and salary. 2 columns only. Who are getting 3-digit salary? I want to get. What we need to write? Select E name comma salary from EMP. Where salary like 3 underscores. Copy this. Observe here. Who are getting 3-digit salary? We get here. Observe now. Okay. So salary column which data type, sir? Salary column which data type? Which column data? Which column? Which data type? Salary is which data type? Number. Okay. This is which data type? This is which data type? In the single quotes we are specifying means what, sir? String. Oracle supports to implicit conversion. That is what it is working. Oracle supports to implicit conversion. I already told that point. So that is what it is working. In some other languages it may be error. Data types are mismatching. But here it is working perfectly because Oracle supports to implicit conversion. To understand many queries, to avoid many confusions, we should know this point. Oracle supports implicit conversion. That's it. Next. So this is about like operator. Like operator is over. Next one is null, is not null. Before going to discuss about is null operator, first we need to understand what is null. What is null we need to understand. So we are discussing about null now. What is null we need to understand. So dealing with nulls is very, very important for the developer. In real time, dealing with nulls is very, very important. Don't neglect this. Dealing with nulls is very, very important in real time. Now, what is null? Observe here. See the table data. Okay. Smith is getting 800 salary. Okay, but he's not getting commission. This one is called what, sir? Null. This is called null. The Smith is getting 800 as salary. He's not getting commission. Madam, every day you are continuously having water only. Just now at 2:20 you had water. Again you are having water. Huh? Even in the T20 also they are having water only for 2 times. You are having water for 10 times in the class. Okay, so that is if necessary you can have. If necessary you can have, but that become habit. That's what I'm telling. See here. So the Smith employee, he is getting 800 salary. He is getting 800 salary. Okay, how much commission is getting? He's not getting commission. So he's not getting commission. So that is why they inserted null. So what's the meaning of null here? Null means empty. Empty, no values there. There's no value. Empty. Null means empty. Blank. No value. Null is not a value. Null is not a value. Okay, null means empty, blank, no value. Most of the students tell me something about null means. Okay, they tell this one point only. Tell me more about null means. They are unable to tell. You should not be among them. I explain clearly about null. Listen, null means empty or blank or no value. Null is not a value. Null is not a value. Remember this. Okay. So when we insert null, we should aware of this one. Listen, many cases are there. Many cases are there for inserting null. Okay, for example, when you are filling the forms. Okay, for example, you are creating one account in Insurance website. You are filling the form. They are asking your first name. They are asking your first name. Like this. Star. Okay, last name. Like this. You tell me, sir, what's the meaning of the star here? Mandatory. Mandatory. So for last name, star is not there means what? Here star is not there. Star is not there means what? Optional. Not compulsory. Okay, for example, mobile number 1. Mobile number 1, star is there. Means mobile number 1 compulsory. Okay, mobile number 2. Mobile number 2, star is not there. Means what? Optional. Submit. Like this. Like this. Understand now? Suppose user is one customer is filling this form. So he is entering his first name. Ramu. So last name is not entering. Okay, and he is entering mobile number. So mobile number here like this. It didn't enter mobile number 2. Okay, now in the database, there is a table is there. Assume the customer table. It has 4 columns. First name, last name, mobile number 1. Okay, mobile number 1 and mobile number like this. 4 columns are there. So when user is submitting, when user is clicking on submit button, okay, this customer's record will be stored in the customer table like this. Customer first name is Ramu. He didn't enter last name. So now which value will be inserted, sir? Which value will be inserted? Null. This is called null. So when value is optional, we may not give value. At that time it has to insert null. Null means empty. Last name is empty now. Last name is null now. Okay, mobile number 1, 91234, this value will be inserted. Mobile number 2, I didn't insert null. Null means empty. So when sometimes value may be optional, we may not give the value. If we don't give the value, which value will be inserted there? Null will be inserted. So when value is optional, we insert null. This is one of the cases. So like this, many reasons are there to insert the null. So when value is optional, we insert null. One more example I'm telling you. See here. For example, I'm entering math subject marks here. Math subject marks. Math subject marks I'm entering number of 3. Assume that university is conducting 100 marks paper. So student is getting full marks, maximum he get 100 marks. Okay, so that's why I'm declaring this as number of 3. Okay, this student got 56 marks. Next student got 78. Next student, he submitted blank answer sheet, sir. Okay, just he has written hall ticket number here. Just he has written hall ticket number and submitted blank answer sheet. Then he gets 0 marks. 0. Okay, this student got 89 marks and this student was absent. This student was absent. This student got 36 marks. This student was absent. Okay, now you tell me, can we insert absent value in the mass column? I'm asking to you only. Give the response, sir. Does it accept absent value in the mass column? Why? Number data type. Okay, so quick responses are important, sir. It improves your spontaneity. Spontaneity is very, very important. Spontaneity is important, sir. Okay, in the classroom, you can improve your spontaneity. Okay, see here, once again I'm telling. The student got 56 marks. The student got 78. The student just he has written hall ticket number and he submitted blank answer sheet. He got 0 marks. 0 is different, null is different. Okay, and the student was absent. Can we insert absent value in the mass column? No. Why? Because number data type does not accept letters. But the student is absent only. The student is absent only. I'm unable to insert the value now. When we are unable to insert the value, we insert null here. Null means absent here. So we are unable to insert the value. When we are unable to insert the value, we insert null here. Null. This is called null. The student was absent. I'm unable to insert absent value here. That is why I'm inserting null. That's it, sir. When we are unable to insert the value, we insert null. Okay. When we are unable to insert the value, we insert null. This is another case. Like this, many cases are there to insert the null. Okay. For example, here salary column is there. This employee salary 8,000. This employee salary 7,000. This employee newly joined. How much salary he is getting? I don't know. I'm inserting null here. I don't know salary. I'm inserting null here. How much salary he's getting? I don't know. His salary value unknown to me. That is why I'm inserting null. Why I'm inserting null here? Salary value is unknown. So when value is unknown, we insert null. Okay. For example, this is mobile number 1 column, mandatory. Mobile number 2 optional. Okay. So customer submitted first contact number. He didn't submit second contact number. He didn't submit second contact number. I'm inserting null here. Null. Because mobile number 2 is optional. Value is optional. Cannot insert. So like this, many cases are there to insert the null. So when we are unable to insert the value, the student was absent. I'm unable to insert absent. So I'm inserting null. When we don't know the value, how much salary is getting, I don't know. I'm inserting null. When I know the salary, I did this by using update command. Okay, next. Here, mobile number 2 is optional, so I'm inserting null. So these are the different cases of inserting null. So when we are unable to insert the value, we insert null, first case. When we don't know the value, we insert null, second case. When value is optional, we insert the null. Like this, many cases are there to insert the null. In these cases, we insert null. So what is null? I'm writing here. First point, null means empty or blank or no value. Okay, when we insert null, okay, when we are unable to insert the value, we insert null. I'm unable to insert absent here. The student was absent, I know. I'm unable to insert absent. That is why I'm inserting null. Take this EMP example. This Smith employee, he is getting salary as 800. He's not getting commission. I know this one. Commission is not applicable for this employee. So actually I have to insert NA. NA means not applicable. Here I have to insert NA here. NA means not applicable. He's not getting commission. Only 3 employees are getting commission. Remaining employees are not getting commission. Actually I have to insert NA. But commission is number type. This commission column declared as number type. Number data type does not accept letters. I'm unable to insert NA. That is why I'm inserting null here. I'm unable to insert NA. That is why I'm inserting null here. So when we are unable to insert the value, we insert null. Okay, and sometimes we may don't know the value. How much salary is getting, I don't know. I'm inserting null. Or when we don't know the value. Okay, when value is unknown. When value is unknown, we insert null. Or when value is optional. When value is optional, we insert null. In these cases, we insert null. Like this, some more cases may be there. These 3 are important. Next, remember this point. Null is not equals to 0. Null is not equals to 0 or space. Understand this point. Okay, this is space. Space means one character is there. Okay, this is null. Empty single quotes means null. Null means empty, no characters. This is null. Null means empty. No characters are there. Null is different, space is different. Null means empty. No characters. Space means one character is there. Space is a character. Space is different, null is different. Null is not equals to space. Remember this point. In first 6 versions, from Oracle second version to 6. In these beginning versions, there was a data type was there. Varchar data type was there. This varchar data type, it was treating the space and null as same. It was treating the space and null as same. It is against the RDBMS rules. RDBMS concept introduced by EF Cod. He proposed some rules. In those rules, one of the rules is null is not equals to space or 0. This is one of the RDBMS rules. But this varchar is not supporting this rule. In first 6 versions, varchar was not supporting this rule. It was treating space and null as same. That is why in Oracle 7th version, they introduced varchar 2 data type. Why 2 means varchar was having drawback. That is why in the another version they introduced varchar 2. Later, they modified problem of varchar also. In all latest versions, varchar 2, varchar both are same in all latest versions. But Oracle company is suggesting that this varchar is deprecated data type. In future versions, they may remove. So that is why Oracle company is suggesting that always use varchar 2. When we are working with Oracle to hold variable and characters, we are using this varchar 2. That is why we are writing 2 here. Null is not equals to 0 or space. Okay, in this example here, 0 means student attended exam. He got 0 marks. Null means absent. Like this. I'm unable to insert option here. That is why I'm inserting null. Null is different, 0 is different. Null is different, space is different. Null is not equals to 0 or space. Next point. See, you tell me now. For example, I'm writing like this. select 10 plus 20 I'm writing. What's output we get, sir? What's output we get, sir? 10 plus 20 result I'm selecting, sir. What is output we get? 30. Okay, 500 plus 200 I'm writing, sir. What's output we get? What's output we get? Okay, this time testing, will you give response or not? That's it. What is output we get, sir? 700. 700 we get. Now I'm writing 500 plus 200 plus null I'm writing. What's output we get now? 700 we are expecting, but what's output we are getting, sir? What's output we are getting? What is this one? This is the problem. That is why dealing with nulls is very, very important in real time. If any null is there, you get this kind of results only. Okay, if column is having null, if you are performing any arithmetic operation, you get results like this null. If null is participated in arithmetic operation, definitely result will be null, sir. Remember this point. Something plus null, null. Something into null, null. Something minus null, null. Something divided by null, null. If null is participating in the operation, definitely result will be null, sir. Remember this point. Suppose I'm calculating this one. Select 2 plus 3 into 5 minus 2 divided by 4, like this I'm writing. That expression result I'm getting 16.5. But if I write into null, what the result we get, sir? Null we get. If null is participated in arithmetic operation, definitely result will be null. We should be aware of this point. This is the problem. To solve this problem, we use NBL function. In the function chapter, I covered that one. So if null is participated in arithmetic operation, then result will be null. So that is why dealing with nulls is very important when we are performing arithmetic operations. If nulls are there, we should be careful. Okay, for your reference purpose, I'm writing. For example, select 10 plus 20, I'm writing. Okay, we get output as 30 we get. Suppose if I write select 10 plus 20 plus null, if I write, we get result as null here, null we get. So if null is participated in operation, definitely result will be null. If null is participated in operation, definitely result will be null. So this is another important point regarding null. Next one. Observe carefully here. May I ask the questions, give the response here. Okay, sometimes I ask simple questions also, just to talk with you. To bring answer from you also, I ask the questions. Tell me now, in the EMP table, total how many employees are there? 14 employees are there. In the 14 employees, how many employees are getting commission? 3 employees are getting commission. Total 14 employees are there. 3 employees are getting commission. How many employees are not getting commission? 11. Remember this. Okay, total 14 employees are there. 3 employees are getting commission. 11 employees are not getting commission. Okay. Now, who are getting commission as 500 I want? Okay, so display the employee records. Okay, who are getting commission as 500? Okay, who are getting commission as 500 I want, sir? So which column value we have to check now? Commission. If commission is 500, display. Which operator we have to use? Good. Tell me the final query now. I want to get 3 columns only. E-name, salary, commission. Who are getting commission as 500 I want? Tell me, sir, what we need to write? From EMP, where commission equals to 500. Who are getting commission as 500? We are getting observe, sir. Only one employee getting commission as 500. Observe. Now the question is, display the employee records. Who are getting commission as null we want, sir? Okay, total 11 employees commission is null there. Okay, so who are getting commission as null I want? Who are getting commission as 500 means commission equals to 500 we are writing. Who are getting commission as null we want, sir? What we need to write here? Who are getting commission as 500 means we are writing commission equals to 500. Who are getting commission as 500 means we are writing commission equals to 500. Who are getting commission as null I want? What we need to write here? Commission equals to null. How many employees commission is null in the EMP table? Are we getting 11 rows here? No. Is it correct output? Is it correct output? Confirm, sir. 11 employees are not getting commission. 11 nulls are there. Wrong output we are getting. Okay. So why we are getting like this? Because null is not a value. Null is not a value, sir. Okay. For null comparison, we cannot use null is not a value. For value comparison, we use equals, not equals. For value comparison, we use equals, not equals. But null is not a value. That is why I cannot use equals, not equals. Okay. So understand this fine. Okay. Null equals to null. Okay. This condition is always false. Null equals to null, false, sir. Null equals to null, false. Null is not a value. For null comparison, we cannot use equals to. Null equals to null is false. Null not equals to null also false. Null is not a value. For null comparison, we cannot use equals to. We cannot use not equals to. Remember this point. We must know this one. Null equals to null, false. Null not equals to null also false. Okay. So actually here it is giving. Okay. Null here. Null only it is giving. Okay. But actually false here. Okay. So because of this reason only, if I write commission equals to null, I'm getting output as no row selected. No row selected means all conditions are false or not. Because of all conditions are false, I'm getting output as no row selected. Okay. Understand this point now? These are commission column values. Okay. I am submitting condition as where commission equals to null. This condition I'm submitting. So first employee commission is null. So is null equals to null? False. Is 300 equals to null? False. 300 equals to null? False. All conditions are false. 500 equals to null? False. Null equals to null? False. All conditions are false. When all conditions are false, what's output we get, sir? False. So for null comparison, we cannot use equals to. Remember this point. Then for null comparison, what we have to do, sir? For null comparison, use is null operator. Remember this. This point is very important. Many students do this mistake. Okay. Whose commission is null means many students write like this. Wrong output. Okay. Correct one is use is null operator. Total 11 commissions are null. 11 rows are getting observed, sir. 11 commissions are null here, observe. 11 rows I'm getting. So for null comparison, use is null, is not null. So who are not getting commission, what? Okay, null means not getting commission. 11 employees are not getting commission. So for null comparison, use is null. For null comparison, we cannot use equals to. We cannot use not equals to. Because null is not a value. For null comparison, we cannot use equals to, not equals to. Okay, null equals to null is false. Okay, null not equals to null is also false. Null not equals to null also false. Okay, null is not a value. Okay, so that is why for null comparison we cannot use equals to not equals to. We must use is null is not null. For null comparison, use is null is not null. We cannot use equals to not equals to for null comparison. We must use is null is not null. That's it, sir. Okay. So once again, I'm doing overview on null. Is it okay? If anyone is asking what is null, tell me something about null. We can talk these points. Okay. What is null? Null means empty, blank, or no value. Okay, there's no value. When we insert null, when we are unable to insert the value. For example, marks are absent. I'm unable to insert the value. Employee is not getting commission. Commission not applicable to the employee. I'm unable to insert NA. When we are unable to insert the value, we insert null. When value is unknown, we insert null. Okay, employee newly joined. I don't know salary. I insert null. Okay, when value is optional, we insert null. And this null is not equal to 0 or space. Null is different, 0 is different. 0 is a value. Null means empty, no value. Space means one character. Null means empty, no characters. Null is different, 0 is different. Null is different, space is different. Null is not equal to 0 or space. If null is participated in an arithmetic operation, definitely result will be null. And for null comparison, we cannot use equals to not equals to because null is not a value. For null comparison, we must use special operators. Is null, is not null. That's it. So these are the important points regarding null. Now, is null operator. Syntax is column name. Is null. Is a syntax. Okay. So this operator is used to compare column value with null. To compare column value with null, we use is null operator. Okay. See example. Okay. See some examples. For example, the question is display the employee records. Display the employee records who are not getting commission. Okay. Display the employee records who are not getting commission. Okay. So now, see, the question is display the employee records who are not getting commission. Not getting commission means null or not null. Who are not getting commission, sir. Not getting commission means null or not null. Okay, this is null, sir. This is null. Null means what? Not getting commission only. Not getting commission. So 300. This is not null. Not null means he is getting commission. Not null means what, sir? Getting commission. Null means not getting commission. What's the question here? Display the employee records who are not getting commission. Means if commission is null, display. Did you understand the question? Okay. So who are not getting commission means null. If commission is null, display. What we need to write, sir? I want to get 3 columns here. E-name, salary, commission. Tell me now whose commission is null I want. If commission is null, display. Tell me what we need to write. Where? Commission is null. Can we write equals to null here? No. If I write commission equals to null, what output we get? No. No row selected. Why we are getting no row selected here? Because null equals to null, false. All conditions are false. Null equals to null, false. All conditions are false. When all conditions are false, we can output as no row selected. So for null comparison, we cannot use equals to. We must use is null. Okay. For example, here commission column is there. Here commission column is there. First employee commission 300. Next employee commission null. Next employee 500. Next employee commission null 1000 like this. Okay. Is 300 null? No. False. Okay. Is this one null? Yes. True. Okay. Is this one null? No. False. Is this one null? Yes. True. Is this one null? No. False. So that is why if commission is null, it will display. For null comparison, they specially designed this special operator is null. Some authors say this as the is operator. Okay. Observe here. Who are not getting commission I want. So I'm writing like this. So T name, salary, commission from EMP, where commission is null. So 11 implies commission is null here. Those 11 rows I'm writing. Next question. Display the employee records who are getting commission. Okay, getting commission means null or not null? Not null. Tell me now what we need to write. Where commission is not null. Okay, commission can be 300 or 500 or 1000 or 2000, any. If that is not null, if commission is not null, display. Okay. So in the EMP table, total 14 employees are there. In the 14 employees, these 3 employees are getting commission. So 300 is not null, true. 500 is not null, true. All these are not nulls. So if commission is not null, is given. So this is the way of using is null, is not null. So all special operators are over. Okay. Now you know all arithmetic operators, relational operators also you know, logical operators you know. In the special operators you know about in, between and, like, is null, opposite of them. These special operators we know. Is it clear up to here, sir? Are you understanding? Are you following? Okay. If anyone is not understanding, you have to focus more and more on you. Oracle is very easy course. Okay. Basic things only we are discussing. Okay. Those who have common sense, they can understand. If anyone is not understanding, you have to focus more and more on you, sir. Online students, please confirm. Is it clear up to here? Online students, please all of you confirm the chat box. Is it clear up to here? Okay. Next, listen. So to compare column value with list of values in, to compare with range of values between and, to compare with text pattern, like to compare with null is null. These special operators we know. Listen, this any all exists. They specially designed these for subqueries. Any all exists. Generally, we will not use them directly. Any all exists. We will not use them directly. Okay, using subqueries, we use them. So in the subqueries chapter, I cover any all exists. Definitely, I cover these operators. Sir. No need to bother. Definitely, I cover in the subqueries. So this any all exists, I cover in subqueries chapter. And this set operators is separate chapter in our module 1. In set operators chapter, I cover these set operators. Now we discuss about concatenation operator. With this operators topic will be finished. These operators I cover later. In some other chapters I cover. Definitely I cover, sir. No need to bother. Now we discuss about concatenation operator. With this operators topic will be finished. Topic name is concatenation operator. Concatenation operator. This concatenation operator symbol is 2 bytes. 2 bytes later. This is simple. This is the symbol of concatenation. For addition operator, just like plus is the symbol. For concatenation operator, 2 bytes is the symbol. Okay, how to use it? Generally, it is applied between two strings. This is string 1 and this is string 2. If you want to combine these two strings, in between that, use concatenation operator. This concatenation operator is used to combine two strings. Okay, you tell me now. In Java, I'm writing like this: system dot out dot println Raj plus Kumar. Raj plus Kumar. I'm writing. Okay, what's output we get, sir? Okay, what's output we get here? Raj Kumar. So here this plus is acting like concatenation operator. This plus is acting like what, sir? Concatenation operator. This is called concatenation. In Java, plus performs concatenation. This Raj string combined with Kumar. So just like in Java, plus is the concatenation operator. In our Oracle SQL or PL SQL, this 2 bytes is the concatenation operator. Very useful operator. So to combine two strings, we use it. Okay. See examples on concatenation operator. Examples on concatenation operator. Okay. For example, here. First string is Raj. Second string is Kumar. I'm sorry. First string is Raj. Second string is Kumar. These both I want to combine now. So I'm using concatenation operator 2 bytes. This result I want to display. So for display purpose, use the command select. We get output as Raj Kumar here. Raj Kumar we get. No, we want a space also. Okay, then Raj concatenate with space. Concatenate with Kumar. That's it. Then we get output as Raj space Kumar. So this binary operator, at a time it combines two strings. Here Raj concatenated with space. This result is Raj space. This Raj space concatenated with Kumar. At a time it is combining two strings. Just like 1 plus 2 plus 3. This plus is addition operator. This is binary operator. At a time adds two numbers only. It is binary operator. At a time adds two numbers only. First it calculates 1 plus 2. At a time it is adding two numbers only. To that result it is adding 3 plus 3, 6. At a time it is adding two numbers. Binary operator. In the same way, this concatenation operator is also binary operator. First it is combining these two strings. Raj space we are getting. Then it is concatenating Raj space with Kumar. So we are getting output as Raj space Kumar. Next. At a time it combines two strings. Remember this. Binary operator. Okay. So suppose my requirement is like this. There's a table is there. Customer. Table name is customer. Customer ID. Customer name. Customer first name. And customer's last name. Customer ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, customer name is Kiran Kumar. Kiran is first name. Kumar is last name. 1, 2, 3, 5. Customer name is Ravi Teja. Ravi first name. Teja last name. Suppose your boss is asking that submit customer name, full name. Submit customer full name. So we want to get output like this. Customer ID. Customer name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kiran Kumar. This is output I want to get. 1, 2, 3, 5. Ravi Teja. This is output I want to get. This is my requirement. You tell me, sir, if we want to get output like this. Okay, how to write the query now? What we need to write here? Select what we want to select, sir. CID. Comma. Customer name. Is there any customer name direct column? Here? No. If customer name direct column is there, write CNAME. But customer name we need to generate now. How to generate? Combine first name with space. Then concatenate the result with last name. So combine first name with space. That result combine with last name. Are you understanding? Like this way. Tell me, sir, what we need to write here? Kiran, which column value, sir? Kiran, which column value? First name, F name. Concatenated with which string? Space. After Kiran, we want to get space object. Okay, so first name concatenate with space here. This result concatenate with Kumar last name. So what we are writing here? Concatenation operator last name as alias name I'm giving as CNAME. From table name is customer. So this is the way of using concatenation operator. Okay, now please confirm, sir, did you understand how to use concatenation operator? Next, you tell me now. Display output as following. I want to get output like this. Smith works as clerk. Allen works as salesman. This is output I want to get, sir. You tell me now. Smith, Allen, these are which column values? E-name. Clerk, salesman, these are which column values? Job column values. So what we have to do now? Employee name concatenate with works as. That result concatenate with job. Tell me the final query now. What we need to write? Select e-name concatenated with works as. Concatenated with job from AP. This is only I'm copying. Observe here. See, as per our discussion, they're getting output. Smith works as clerk. Allen works as salesman. So employee name concatenated with works as. That result concatenated with job. Okay, suppose I want to get output like this. Display output as following. Smith joined on 17 December 80 and ends 800 like this. Like this I want to get the output now. This Smith is okay. Next Allen joined on so and so date. Okay, 25 Feb 1981 and ends 1600. This is output I want to get. Smith Allen which column values, sir? E-name. 17 December 80. These are which column values? Hire date. 800 1600 which column values? Salary. Until the final query now. Select e-name concatenation operator joined on concatenation operator. Hire date, concatenation operator, and ends, concatenation operator, salary. From which table we are retrieving? EMP. From EMP. That's it. Copy this. So as per our discussion, we are getting the output of it. See? This Smith employee joined on 17 December 80 and he ends 800. Allen employee joined on 25 1981 and he ends 600. Like this. According to our requirement, we are getting the output. Okay. So if you want to give any column alias for this, you can give column alias also. For this, I'm not doing. So this is a way of using concatenation operator. Now all operators are over. Okay. Now you know arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Suppose I want to calculate annual salary into 2. Okay. Suppose I want to calculate on salary 10%, salary into 10 by 100 like this. So this is a way of using arithmetic operators. Relational operators. To compare column value with one value, we use them greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, equals to, not equals to. For not equals to, exclamation equals to we can use, empty angular brackets we can use, caret equals to we can use. Whose salaries are more than 3,000? Whose salaries are less than 3,000? Whose salaries are greater than or equals to 3,000? Whose salaries are less than or equals to 3,000? Whose salaries are 3,000? Whose salaries are not 3,000? So to compare column value with one value, we are using relational operators. Next, logical operators, and or, not. To separate two conditions, we use and or. When both conditions should be satisfied, go for and. When any one condition should be satisfied, go for or. Not means opposite. If condition is true, not true means false. If condition is false, not false means true. This is about logical operators. And the special operators. In the special operators, to compare with list of values in, to compare with range of values between and, okay, to compare with text pattern, like to compare with null is null. So these are the important special operators. To combine two strings, we use concatenation operator. Symbol is 2 pairs. So this is about operators. Okay. Now where these are useful? Where these are useful? Observe here. Okay. On real time scenario, I'm telling. When these operators are useful. You take any online shopping app. You take any online shopping app. Below two options will be there, sir. One is sort option. Another one is filter option. You take any online shopping app. Below two options will be there. One is what? Sort option. Another one is what? Filter option. You take any online shopping app. These two options will be there. You tell me to perform this sort operation. Sort operation means arranging in ascending order or descending order. To perform sorting operation. Okay. Which class we use in the Oracle, sir? Order by. If you are unable to tell them, this means, okay, it is better to stay at home only. Don't continue in this batch. To perform sort operation, which class we need to use, sir? Order by. To perform this filtering operation, which class we need to use, sir? In the where, by writing condition, we are filtering the records. Filtering means getting specific rows, getting what we want. So to perform sort operation, you take any online shopping app. Below two options will be there. One is sort, another one is filter. To perform sort operation, it uses order by class. To perform this filtering operation, it uses where class. For example, okay, for example, I want to get prices. Low to high, sir. I want to get prices low to high. So just in the online shopping app, I'm selecting like this. Price low to high, I'm selecting. But internally, which class will be executed here? Order by. Which column value is taken? Price. Low to high means ascending or descending? Ascending. Suppose you are selecting price. Okay, you are selecting price high to low. So prices we want to get in the descending order. So order by. Which column values? Price. Which order? Descending. Like this. In such type of situations, these are useful. Okay, suppose you are selecting like this. Order by rating. 5.0 products, then 4.9 products, then 4.8 rating products like this. Okay, internally, how it applies, sir? Order by. Which column values? Rating. This is ascending order or descending order? Descending order. Okay, so apply descending. Are you understanding, sir? Next, where? So to perform sort operations, we use order by class. Next, where? See here, for example, I am searching for, I want to get Dell company laptops. And Microsoft company laptops. I am searching for Dell company laptops and Microsoft company laptops. So internally, condition will be applied like this. Where? Which column values? Company name. In. If company name is Dell, display. If company name is Dell, display. If company name is Microsoft, display. Next. Internally, this condition will be applied. If you are searching for Dell company laptops or Microsoft company laptops, internally this condition will be applied. And price must be between 50,000 to 70,000. Internally, this condition will be applied. Price between 50,000 and 70,000. So this condition satisfied means that maybe Dell company laptop or Microsoft company laptop, and this condition should be also satisfied. Okay, so both conditions should be satisfied means and. Okay, and color must be, if color is black, display, or if color is silver, display. Okay, so color in black, if black color, display, or if silver color, display. So like this, we can use operators. So you take any online shopping app, below two options will be there. One is sort, another one is filter. To perform this sort operation, internally it uses order by class. To perform this filtering operation, internally it uses where class. Okay, so like this. Prices must be low to high means prices ascending order, prices descending order. Okay, ratings descending order like this. Order by. You are searching for products means internally this kind of conditions will be applied. That is why it is filtering the data and giving to you. So to write these filter conditions, we are using operators. So this is about operators and this is about select command. So select command is over, operators are over. In SQL commands, now you know very clearly about create, select, insert. These three commands we know very clearly. Is it clear up to here? Shall we move forward, sir? What is next command? Okay. Online students, please confirm. Is it clear about select? Select topic is over. Is it clear about select and operators? If it is clear, we can move forward. Please confirm in the chat box. Hello. Okay. Next. Now in the SQL commands, we know very clearly about these three. If you want to create new table, create. In the table, if you want to insert the record, insert. To get the data from table, we are using select. Next command is update command. See what update command. Pay attention, listen carefully. Very easy. Just remember the syntax, follow it. First understand the purpose of update command. It is used to modify table data. See some scenarios here. For example, her employee salary is 15,000, sir. and he's working as clerk. He's working as clerk. So and so implies there. His salary is 15,000. Okay, this ABC employee, he's working as clerk. He's getting salary as 15,000. Now company promoted him. Company promoted him. Company promoted ABC employee from clerk post to manager post. And they had given increment to him. Now company wants to pay 20,000. So company promoted ABC employee from clerk post to manager, and now they are paying 20,000. Now we need to modify the data now. ABC employee is not clerk now. He promoted. Now he is manager. So clerk value modify as manager. This 15,000 modify as 20,000 like this. So to modify the data like this, if you want to modify the table data, which command we have to use? Update. This is the purpose. If our requirement is modifying table data, use this update. Okay, suppose one more example I'm giving. Amazon online shopping website. They are maintaining products details, product ID, product name, the product quantity on hand, the product quantity on hand. They're maintaining like this. Okay, so and so product. Okay, assume that they have 50 products. Just now customer placed one order. Customer placed order here. Customer ordered XYZ products. 5 products he ordered. 5 products he ordered. So this XYZ product, so and so customer ordered XYZ product. He ordered 5 products. So 5 products they have to deliver it to a customer. So now quantity on hand value is 45. So to modify table data like this, which command we need to use? Update. In such type of situations, update is useful. Last example, you are modifying. Suppose you are modifying your Gmail password, sir. You are modifying your password. Okay, your previous password was. Okay, suppose your previous password was ABCD. Now you want to modify this password as XYZ. So to modify the data like this, we use the command update. Update command is used to modify table data. Remember this. So this update is DML command. This update command is used to modify table data. If our requirement is modifying table data, then go for it. Okay, what are the possibilities are there? So using update command, we can modify single value of single record. We can modify multiple values of single record. We can modify specific group of records, and we can modify all records. These are the possibilities. Okay, how to use them? Okay, no need to write anything in the classroom. This file as it is, I'm uploading to you. As it is, I'm sharing with you. Okay, no need to write anything. Just listen and understand. Okay, just remember this syntax with understanding. Observe, update. In which table you want to update? Tell that one. Table. Many tables are there. This is first table, second table, third table, fourth table. Many tables are there. In which table you want to update the data? Tell that one. In which table you want to update the data? Tell that. Set. This table contains many columns. Which columns data you want to update? Tell that one. Set. In that column, which new value you want? Tell that one. Like this. That's it. So update. In which table you want to update? Tell that. Set. Which column value you want to modify? With which new value? If you want to modify multiple column values, second column name, new value. Like this. Multiple column names and values we can specify. If you write this much only, all rows will be updated. Suppose we want to update specific rows only. When we want to update specific rows, go for where? In the way we write the condition. How to write condition, you already know. For 3-4 days we are learning about this one only. That's it. And you already know. Writing this where is optional here. Modifying multiple column values is also optional. Here. Writing where condition is also optional. Remaining are mandatory. So just remember this syntax with understanding. Follow it. Update. In which table? Set. Which column value you want to modify? In that column, which new value you want to get? Which column value you want to modify? Which new value you want to get? Like this. Where? Which rows you want to modify? Right condition. Remember this syntax. Follow it. So I already told. SQL is the query language. In the query languages, we develop queries. Every query is made up of with clauses. This entire one is called update command. Or you can say update query. This update query has 3 classes. Update class, set class, where class. It's like select command has select class, from class, where class, order by class. This update command has update class, set class, where class. To specify table name, update class. To specify new value to column, set class. To apply filter, to write filter condition, where class. That's it. Just remember this syntax, follow it. Now I'm explaining first case here. Modifying single value of single record. Case 1. Modifying single value of single record. Understand the question here? This is our EMP table data. Notice here. Now, observe. As of now, see sir, the 7499 employee, his salary is 1600. Now, my requirement is, I want to increase 2000 rupees salary. Increase 2000 rupees salary. To whom? To 7499 employee. Increase 2000 rupees salary to 7499 employee. So, as of now, 7499 employee salary is 1600. So, we want to increase 2000. Means we want to modify this value as 3600. This is our requirement. So write update command now. If we want to modify table data now, 7499 salary, 1600. Modify this as 3600. So increase 2000 rupees. For this, write like this. Update. In which table? Yep. Set. Which column value we want to modify? Salary equals to. Okay, current salary plus 2000. The 1600 we need to access. 1600 is the current salary. So current salary 1600 plus 2000. If I write this much only, to all employees 2000 will be increased. But we want to increase to 7499 only. So write where employee number equals to 7499. That's it. Very easy. Update in which table? EMP. Set. Which column value we want to modify? Salary. What's the new value? Current salary plus 2000. Which rows we want to modify? Employee number equals to 7499. That's it. This is the way of using update. Okay. The question is increase 2000 rupees salary to 7499 employee. To 7499 employee. Tell me, sir, just feel like practice, sir. One more time. 1 minute, right? Okay. Which command we are discussing, sir? Okay, just a minute, please wait. See here. See here. If our requirement is display, if our requirement is displaying data, then go for select. But our requirement is what now? Modify. Modifying means which command we have to use? Update. Because of till now we discussed about select. Some of you are doing that select. You are telling. Okay, not select, sir. Which command we are discussing now? Update command. Tell me the query now. If you want to increase 2000 rupees salary to 7499, what we need to write? Update. EMP. Set. Salary equals to salary plus 2000. Where employee number equals to 7499. Okay. So now I'm copying this. Just observe here. Or otherwise, one more time I'm writing. 7499 salary as of now 1600. Observe, sir. I want to increase 2000 rupees salary. I want to modify this as 3600. This is my requirement. Okay. So write like this. Update. EMP set salary equals to salary plus 2000 where employee number equals to 7499. Okay, employee number. Okay, see here. This is the command. Okay, from client mission, we are sending this request. From client mission, we are sending this request to the database server, the Oracle database server. So we are asking that Oracle, Oracle, please increase 2000 rupees salary to 7499. Now Oracle modifies it. So this is the request we are sending to the Oracle. Oracle modifies it. Server contains two memories, sir. Server contains two memories. What are those? Instance and database. Instance and database. Server contains two memories. One is instance, another one is database. So where it updates now, in the instance or in the database? Okay, every DML command will be applied on instance, sir. I already told this point. When you insert the record will be inserted in the instance. In the same way, update command updates in the instance. Because update is DML command. Every DML command will be applied on instance only. Remember this point. Okay, DDL commands are auto commit commands. Please wait, sir. Please wait. Session. Okay, sorry for the break. I'm continuing the session. Please listen. See here. So we are increasing 2000 rupees salary to 7499. Here 7499 employee salary as of now 1600. So we are modifying the salary value as current salary plus 2000. Means we are modifying this value as 3600. Only one record. Modifying single value of single record. So we are writing like this. Okay, place confirm, sir. Where it is updating in the client or in the server? Where it is updating in the client or in the server? In the server. In the server, two memories are there, instance and database. Where it is updating in the instance or in the database? Instance. The instance is updating. Instance means temporary or permanent? Temporary. If I close this SQL plus, okay, this update will not be reflected to the table. Okay, but I want to apply this to the database now. To apply to the database, which command we need to use, sir? Commit. No, I want to cancel this action, sir. If you want to cancel the action, which command we need to use? Rollback. That's it. Okay, so accidentally I increased salary to the 7499. I want to cancel this action. To cancel the action, which command we need to use? Rollback. No, we want to save this action. Commit. Remember this. After using any DML command, if our requirement is saving it, use the command commit. If our requirement is cancelling it, then use the command rollback. Remember this, sir. After using any DML command, if our requirement is saving it, use the command commit. If our requirement is cancelling it, use the command rollback. That's it. Okay, we should be aware of this one. Okay, so this is modifying single value of single record. Next, second case. Case 2. Modifying multiple values. Modifying multiple values of single record. Okay, modifying multiple values of single record. Suppose, for example, assume that this is a table data. This is a table data. Observe 7499 salary modified. Observe. Previously it was 1600, now 3600. Okay. Now see about 37369. This employee working as clerk. Company promoted him from clerk post to manager post. Modified as manager. Now company wants to pay 6000 to him. So modify this as 6000. This is my requirement now. Tell me, sir, what we need to write now? Job column value modifies manager. Salary column value modifies 6000. Okay, what we need to write here? Update. In which table? EMP. Set. Which column value? Job equals to new value manager. Comma. Salary equals to 6000. Where? Employee number equals to 7369. That's it. So modify 7369 employee salary. Employee job title as manager, and salary as 6,000. This is my requirement. One more time, sir. What we need to write? 6,000. Did you notice that here we are writing salary plus 1,000? The current salary we are increasing 2,000 rupees. But here directly we are modifying salary as 6,000. Did you understand this point? Here directly we are modifying salary value as 6,000. Here to the current salary we are increasing 2,000. Where employee number equals to 7369. Okay, I'm copying this. Okay, observe here. Updated. Updated, I'm not checking the table. Where employee number equals to 7369. See, sir, previously 7369 job was clerk. Now it's manager. Previously salary was 800. Now 6,000. Two values modified. So this is modifying multiple values of single record. We are modifying two column values of single record. Next one. Okay, modifying case 3. Modifying specific group of records. Modifying specific group of records. Suppose the question is like this: increase 20% on salary to all managers. So this managers is group of records. To managers we want to increase. So what we need to write, sir? A job equals to manager. A job equals to manager. Okay. Update. In which table we want to update? EMP. Set. Which column values we want to modify? Salary. Okay. Current salary plus. Okay. Current salary plus. On salary 20%, sir. On salary 20%. Salary into 20 by 100 we can write, or salary into 0.2. Like this also we can. So increase 20% on salary to all managers. What we need to write, sir? One more time. Update. EMP. Set salary equals to salary plus salary into 20%. 0.2. Where job equals to manager. Manager. So to all managers, salary will be increased. Total 3 managers are there in our EMP table. 3 rows will be updated. I'm copying this. Observe here. In our EMP table, maybe 4 managers are there. Just now we updated Smith job title as manager. 4 managers are there. 4 rows updated. So this is modifying specific group of records. Managers group of records modified. Next one. Next case. Last case and last example for today's session. Modifying all records. Case 4. Case 4. Modifying all records. Okay. Increase 10% on salary to all employees. Increase 10% on salary to all employees. I want to increase 10% on salary to all employees. Tell me, sir, what we need to write? Salary plus salary into 10 by 100 we can write, or 0.1. We want to increase to all employees. So don't write where. To modify all rows, don't write where. That's it. I'm copying this. Observe here. To all 14 employees, 10% on salary increase. By opening table data, you can check that one in the table also. Just write select command. Okay, so these are the different cases of update. So now you know update 4 cases clearly, sir. How to modify single value of single record we know. How to modify multiple values of single record we know. How to modify specific group of records we know. And how to modify all records we know. Is it clear about 4 cases, sir? I'm stopping the session here. Tomorrow we continue our session with some more examples on update. Some more examples on update we discuss. So after completion of this, we discuss about delete command, delete. Then I come to DDL commands. DDL commands are there like alter command, drop, flashback. So I come to DDL area. This we discuss in the next session. Okay, thank you everyone. See you tomorrow. Online students, if you have any doubts, type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Session is over.